Hey homies, welcome to High Altitude Homesteading. I'm Rob, and in this video we're going over kimchi. Kimchi can be a little bit intimidating at first, but I'm going to show you guys an easy recipe that we've made here on the urban homestead for a while. The ingredients are super simple, the recipe is real easy. Food preservation is one of the most important things you can do while homesteading, and kimchi is just one of the ways that you can make your harvest last longer. It's a really easy recipe. I'm going to go over the ingredients with you guys and let's get at it. Okay guys, so this is what you're going to need for the kimchi. Medium to large head of Napa cabbage. You're going to need a little bit of ginger. You're going to need some garlic. You're going to need some salt. Make sure it's not iodine or it doesn't have iodine in it. See this thing, it says does not supply iodine. I can't say that word. You're going to need some chili flakes. This is called hot pepper powder. I got this online. You're going to need a little bit of sugar, and you're going to need some fish sauce. So I just got this at the grocery store, just premium fish sauce. Then you're going to need 4 scallions. You also need a 1/4 cup, a teaspoon, and a tablespoon. This is a half tablespoon, but you'll need a full tablespoon. I don't know my tablespoon. Okay, so here we are with our washed head of Napa cabbage, and what we're going to do now is quarter this and core it. So first we're going to quarter it. That just means we're going to cut it into quarters, 4 pieces. Okay, there we go. And then be helpful to have a big bowl. Okay, so here we are with one of our quarters, and what we're going to do is core it. So you see the core, we're going to take the knife, and we're going to cut the core out. And there's still some left, but that's kind of how you want it, just so it breaks apart. Let me cut this a little bit more. Okay, there you go. So we have our cored quarter here. And then you're just going to cut it into roughly 1-inch chunks, whatever, 1/2 inch. Nothing exact here, just kind of chop it. And then transfer it to your bowl. Here again, quarter and core. Quarter and core. And then 1-inch chunk. Okay, so we have our chopped up Napa cabbage here. It helps have a big bowl. And then we're going to use our salt. So again, you want the salt that does not supply iodine. We're going to do 1/4 cup salt. You're just going to sprinkle it. And then you're going to massage it in. Work it in. Okay, gotta really get in there, really squeeze the cabbage. Try to pull from the bottom, rotate it around. And then come with another layer. Don't use the whole 1/4 cup at once, okay? Really sparse it out a little bit. Okay, so this is what's going to preserve this. So you want to get all the bits of cabbage that you can. It's going to start sweating, so it's going to start getting kind of wet. That's what you want. Cabbage is sweating, that's what it's called. So I like to keep some of the cabbage back in a different bowl. It kind of shrinks down a little bit, and so then you get more space. with. So you can make sure you get all of it good. You really want to make sure you get all of it. And you can wear gloves for this if you want. I don't wear gloves for this part, but the other part later on I will. I'll show you. Alright, cool. Just work it all in. You see I did about 4 different times there. Just work it in. You don't have to work it too much though. Just till it sweats. Alright. Alright, so we have our sweated cabbage here, and then what you're going to want to do is submerge it in distilled water. So this might be the part that's a little bit harder, what you might not have on hand, but just remember to pick up some distilled water when you get any of the other ingredients. So you're going to want to submerge the cabbage. You can see here that it's submerged if I kind of press it down. And then you're going to want to take a plate. And luckily this plate fits pretty well. And you're just going to want to push it down just to get the cabbage all the way under there submerged. And once you have all your cabbage submerged, you're going to leave this for 2 hours. Alright, so 2 hours submerged, and then I'll show you guys what we do next. Alright, so we're back here 2 hours later. We've soaked our cabbage in our distilled water here. Going to take the plate off, but what we're going to do now is we're going to rinse this cabbage. So I have the strainer here, and I'm going to do our best to rinse this and kind of break it up. It's going to kind of be clumped together from being pushed down with the plate there. You just want to use cold water. Rinse out the bowl. Just try to be as thorough as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, we're going to set that aside. Okay, so we're here and we've put the cabbage aside after we rinsed it, and we're going to make the paste, the kimchi paste that we're going to put on the cabbage. So you're going to want to get a small bowl. And I've already put my teaspoon of sugar in there, so that's a teaspoon of sugar, because you're going to do a teaspoon of ginger, grated ginger, so we're going to grate this. And you're going to do a tablespoon of grated garlic, which is usually about 5 to 6 garlic heads, bulbs. So 5 to 6 garlic bulbs for your grated garlic, and then we're going to do the red chili flakes, or hot pepper powder, as this is called. Alright, so we're going to grate the ginger. And you're also going to want a glove for this when we get done here, and your fish sauce. So have that handy, and your teaspoon and your tablespoon measures. Okay, so we have our teaspoon of grated ginger there. And now we'll do our garlic, and that's going to be a tablespoon, so a little bit more. Okay, so we have our teaspoon of grated ginger, or a tablespoon of grated garlic, and if you don't have a grater like that, you can always just mince the garlic and the ginger. It'll make your paste a little chunkier, but alright, so we're going to add these to our paste here. We're going to do, you take your fish sauce, then your tablespoon. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. Try not to spill this stuff, it's kind of stinky. So 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. This you're going to do 4 tablespoons total, but you're going to want to do it little by little. So I'm just going to put 2, remember this is a half tablespoon, so I just did 4 of those, but it's actually 2 tablespoons. Alright, so I got 2 tablespoons in there. I'm going to stir it up. You can use a fork or whatever, use a chopstick. But just give it a good stir, kind of get it, start to get it pasty, break up the garlic. Okay, and that's got a nice consistency. I'm going to put another tablespoon in, so we're at 3. We're going to stir. Be careful with this stuff, guys, it's really potent. Then we're going to do 1 more. Alright, you can see now it's getting real, less pasty, a little more solid. That's what you want it. You just want it not too watery. Make sure we don't lose any of this stuff. Alright, that looks pretty good. Put that to the side. Alright, put your paste to the side and get your scallions. Just chop them up. 4 scallions. And usually we put Daikon radishes in this too. We just don't have any at the moment. So if you grow them or you find them at your grocery store, you can also put Daikon radishes in your kimchi. You can put other stuff too, but that's just what we usually put in, is the scallions and the Daikon radishes with the Napa Cabbage. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, so here we are, we have the scallions chopped up, we have our cabbage all rinsed, ready to go in our bowl. We're just going to throw these in. Alright, so we have our scallions mixed in. This is the part where I like to use a glove, personally. So, I'm going to put a glove on just one hand, because it's pretty easy just to do it with one hand. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our paste. Just want to dump it in there. Try to get all of it, and then we're just going to mix it in. So, kind of want to do a little bit like how you did before with the salt and squeeze it, but not as hard or anything. Just get it all mixed in. Because over the 5 days that you ferment this, this chili paste will work in itself, and you'll see it'll turn into lovely red kimchi. Yeah, just get it all spread in there. That's pretty good. Alright, so here we are, we have our cabbage with our paste. And you're just going to want, you can use any type of mason jar. If you want to split it up, you can use 2. I'm just going to use one big one here. And I'm just going to put it in there, basically. Try not to lose any. So you're just going to put it in loosely, but here I'm going to show you the trick. Every little bit you want to really get your hand in there and smash it down. Get that juice to come out. So smash and then put a little bit more in. I don't want to lose any of this good stuff. So I usually do 3 small handfuls and then I'll smash it. And another 3 little small handfuls. You can buy tools online, the little pounder things that will pound this down too, so you don't, if you don't want to use your hand. But works just as well to use your hand. Alright. Do an extra little handful here, just top it off, and then you're going to want to pour your juice in. Right there for now. Get one last good smash in there. Alright, so that's it. You jar your kimchi, get your top on it, and you're going to let this ferment for 5 days. You can let it go shorter time, 1 or 2 days, 3, 4. I like to let it go 5. It lets it get a little more spicy and everything. So 5 days fermentation after you jar it. And here, let me show you guys a little trick, because if you look here, some of the kimchi is not under the water, so, or the juice, and you want the kimchi to stay under the juice, because that's it'll keep it fermenting, and if not, it can get mold on it or whatever. So they sell weights that will fit in a mason jar that'll weigh it down, you know, keep it under. But if you don't have one of those and you don't want to buy one of those, I have a simple solution we use, just a bag of rocks here. So I'll show you real quick. Just gonna put, might need maybe some more rocks, and boom. Keep the kimchi under the juice there for your 5-day fermentation. Alright, I hope you guys found this video on kimchi helpful. If you have any questions about kimchi specifically, or food preservation in general, please leave a comment below and I can try to help out with that. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate the support. I'm Rob at High Altitude Homesteading. Have a good day.